And there it is. Hi, everyone. We have Ona. Thank you, Ona, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
So we're all here. It is winter here. It is 51 degrees, though. So it's not cold. Well, it's not cold to me. I have Arctic skin, apparently. But
could be worse. Could be in Hawaii where it's snowing.
That's another thing. Like, it's going to be, they having a blizzard and a foot of snow in Hawaii. And I don't forget exactly where, like the whole place is not having a blizzard, but there's going to be a blizzard and a foot of snow.
It's 14,000 feet. So that's pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a snow cap. That's fair for 14,000 feet.
Yeah.
And here I am that we're still in the 70s in December over here. That's not fair. I wanted to say hi to Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia.
Let me see.
And I wanted to say hi and thank you so much to Peggy.
Yes, thank you, Peggy.
Thank you,
I'm going to
Peggy.
send you a text anyway, but thank you. So hopefully everybody's all right. This week, I guess it starts on the Sunday, Gregorian calendar. So this week, there is nothing planned, I don't think. Next week, we're going to be doing another soul chat. We had a really good time on Friday with Adrian, Lena, and Pat. If Pat is here or she's watching later, thank you for joining us. That was a lot of fun.
I just binge watched last night, catching up on Pat's stories, because she's a storyteller. Oh my God, they're so wonderful. It's like, okay, I'm lighting a candle to manifest getting a publisher for these because I want to hear how this story ends.
Yes.
We do have a Thursday night on Adrian Red Lentil Healings channel, Johnny, at 6 Central, 7 Eastern time, looking into the energy of
the why they act the way they do of political characters. So that's going to be real fun.
And Lori, I think from The Way of Positive Change is joining us.
Yes.
And I've got December 20th, Jody's back on my channel, Jody Roberts, for the Sacred Sounds of Coffee. So that's a couple of weeks out. I launched gift cards on my website finally last week and have been selling gift cards. There's all different kinds you can pick from. You can choose like a Christmas one or a birthday one or a generic one. So you can scroll through. The Christmas one has an orange cat on it. So, surprise, surprise.
Ona, you got anything coming up you want to tell us?
Not really. I'm working. I'm just working a lot with my leather stuff right now and moving it very quickly. So trying to post that stuff. I'm posting daily message potty break predictions in the morning, trying to help you navigate the cosmic tides and trying to figure out, I sit here and say, okay, I don't get it either. Let's figure this out. So that's what I do on Sundays. Giblets always pulls an oracle card, and when stuff comes in, things are changing very rapidly, and who knows? We never know.
Indeed. Becca Lenormand, can you give us a book update? What's the latest?
She's texting us from Barnes and Noble the other day, and I was like, "Oh my God, these books!"
Well, I sent you the picture of the new one I just bought. I have a freaking addiction. I have a TBR, which is to be read. That's incredibly ridiculous. Not counting my Kindle. But I don't know. I'm just trying to find that one book that creeps me the F out, and I still have not found it. So
they're all creeping me out.
When I read that, I'm like, what is this?
The pig that's causing people to murder people. I'm like, what?
Yeah. A telepathic pig that's causing people to slaughter other people.
But first victim was another pig, so there had to be some drama in the pig pen too. It was like, you know what?
Animal Farm. There was some trouble in the barn. So
all I do is after Becca sends us texts of the books that she's looking at or the books that she's reading, I got to go find something really light.
So this is how I've been doing it, right? So I'll read a couple of horrors back to back to back. and then I'll like lighten it up with like a romance or something. But I gotta show the picture. Of the one I just. Well, this one I told Johnny, I was like, I'm buying this one just for the cover. I was like, I have no idea what this is about, but the title is amazing.
I'm buying it anyway.
And it was in the horror section. It's called Zoe Punches the Future in the Dick. So that's
But have you done American Horror Story series? Have you watched any of those?
Here's my thing. I can read horror. I can't watch it.
Oh man, it's like
it's bad. It's American Horror Story. Like I'll start watching it, and then I'm like, why am I watching this? I'm not going to be able to sleep because it's very graphic. But
yeah,
I got this one too because I like the artwork on it.
Yeah,
it's a little witch on a broom, and she's got like devil feet, and then it's got like the guy that wrote this is also an artist, so it's got like a bunch of his artwork in here too, like this creepy thing. Like a possum evil thing. Look at that. Look at that.
You need to go listen to Pat on In Through a Colored Lens tell some wonderful stories.
I always say, because she describes the book and I'm saying, okay, so it's not a coloring book. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, but which brings me to, Carmen says, what is the title with the one about the pig?
The one, Pearl. 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 It's a white book and it's got like a hand drawing of a house. That's the one about the crazy pig.
And again, In Through a Colored Lens is right there in the chat. Y'all make sure you go and watch her channel, listen to the stories. Also, yesterday, Autumn from Black and Orange, her book came out. So y'all make sure you go over to her channel, find the link and all that good stuff. And go get it.
Go get it. You can get it.
Nightmare Inn, is it not?
If you miss Johnny and Adrian and Tony doing the what do you call it? The zodiacal?
Our zodiacal reads for the month.
Oh my God, it started off with a laugh fest and it didn't end. 21 minutes in and they hadn't pulled a card. 21
minutes and no cards, but I laughed for at least a good 16 of those. Oh, hi, Sebastian. Yes, go get her book. It came out yesterday.
You don't need a Kindle to read it. So long as you have the Kindle app, you can read it on your computer, on your phone. If you have a Kindle, it'll download there. Mine's already downloaded because I had pre-ordered it, so it just came in through the Kindle. But
do you have wait a minute, let me see if I can do it this way.
Autumn, you may need to do a video where you read like a little excerpt from it, a little teaser.
I told her. Let me see. Let me do this way.
Then we can all share it.
I put you on the moderator. If you can share, pretty please and thank you, your link to your book and put it in the chat. You should be able to. Thank you very much. Okay, so
by Susan Hill. Okay, got it.
Yeah, those reads yesterday were something else. Okay. Every time I talk loud, the singing bowl goes off. I don't know which one it is, though. Where should we start? Lord Jesus. Let me say this, too, because I don't want to sound like I'm fussing. But I do want to say this just to clear the air, I guess I should say. When we post on our community pages about you can leave questions if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to. But if we don't ever get to your question, don't take it personally. If you think you may feel some kind of way, then please don't participate in that at all. Just watch the stream and chat and leave the question asking to somebody else. There's a bunch of y'all. I do write them down. They're all here, front and back, and all that good stuff. But as you can see, when we get one question, sometime it breaks off into 15 more. We do that. We also do have our own questions we want to ask too. And so yours, in addition to ours, makes a list of at least 50, 60 questions. So we don't get to all of them. So I don't want you to feel some kind of way thinking that we're ignoring you or something like that, because we don't want you to feel bad That's not the intention on asking you if you had any questions. It was just, hey, do you want to participate in the question asking? That's all. So anyway, let's start with.
Okay, I got the crazy deck out you gave me, Johnny, that always triggers me. We're going to try it one more time. What are we starting with?
Okay, well, because I actually got the same one, so let me use it.
Which one is it?
We're going to start with the dirt. So the last time we all got together, we predicted that the next Quackernon conspiracy would be something that they dug out of the ground.
For treating.
Yes, for treating COVID and things of that nature. And so far, it seems to be that the next thing right now is called Black Oxygen Organics, or BOO for short, which is dirt, brown, black dirt. They're taking it and they're bathing in it. They're putting it in their food. They are eating it just as is. They're spreading it on.
They're putting it in their smoothies.
In their dirt, yo.
Dirt smoothies.
Dirt, not. It's like, I get it. I know I actually don't get it. You don't want the vaccine, but you'll take dirt and horse dewormer and peroxide and borax and everything you can possibly do to not just take the dang shot. This BOO cost $110. It is
for 4
dirt,
ounces. For 4 ounces of dirt.
For 4 ounces of dirt.
But it's laced with arsenic and lead.
And it is taken from a place that is adjacent to a landfill, and some of it has been tested, and some of it has come up positive for lead and arsenic.
And it's Canadian. It's imported.
Yes.
It's not even American dirt.
You don't even just go outside and get the dirt in your ground. You got to get it from Canada. They're gargling iodine and inhaling peroxide.
Yeah.
Like, these are the things that they're going to those lengths just to not take the shot. So what I want to know, because we asked this many times, what is going to be the next conspiracy? And then we'll look at the BOO itself. But what's going to be the next one?
Boo. You've been trick or treat. You've been tricked.
I don't get it. Just,
You know what? I want to say one thing. I've never, you guys know I'm a nurse. I was a nurse for 30 years. I've never met a disease that demanded more respect than COVID, ever. And if you are going to take advantage of it, you are not going to win.
no. And you're not going to beat it with dirt and hydrogen peroxide.
You're going to do that crazy? Yeah.
It's like the pet rock, use a pet rock to treat something that you should be taking a vaccine for.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. What's the next?
Well, I got the full card on the bottom, so it's going to be something really stupid. Really stupid.
I got a connection there. That's good. Keep going. I hear this. What are we going to smoke? What are we going to start smoking? I get one more pair with this stack.
Dirt.
Well, the cards are already saying, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah, whatever. It's not going to work. I'm going to stop right there.
What you get, Ona?
Right away, I'm getting branches. I got the world card, and this is the Bosch deck. There was a branch that's sticking out there. And then there was another branch. So something, a twig, something from a tree. You know, we get stuff from the medicinal plants there, and some kind of goofy ass recipe, right? They're cooking something up, cooking it, mixing it with whatever kind of, God knows what's in the water, right? Not working.
So what you're saying is to go outside, gather some sticks.
There's more to it though.
Toilet water.
There's more to it because I get it's liquid too, and it is something that's cooked over a fire, so it's like distilled. It's the word that's coming to me, and I get all these wand cards too, but I'm very drawn to the little birds on these wand cards. I think they're going to distill bird poop.
Birds.
Birds from the trees. I think they're going to distill bird poop. You know, it's all a big lie. I've got the Page of Swords here. I've got the Nine of Swords. Like it's just a big old lie. It's just somebody trying to grift you for money, and Queen of Pentacles for COVID. It's definitely, you know, a fake COVID treatment.
You come over and you can have all the free bird shit you want right on my leg. I won't charge you.
They're going to be giving it,
scraper.
Making a lot of money off of this, but I get it. Like, may actually cause paralysis.
Ooh.
If that makes sense.
Mole.
Here, Peggy just said something bat poop crazy. Well, haven't they said that COVID comes, so maybe they'll start distilling bat poop
to counteract like an anti-venom.
But it definitely has to do with the trees, but it's like something that lives in the trees. I'm getting it's something that's airborne, something that flies. Hey, Moose.
Winged. Sure.
I got the clover, the fox, and the book. Like something that they're manipulating and reasoning. This is more like clover is like a weed, small patches of grass, lucky trinkets, but it's manipulated and changed somehow.
Lucky trinkets, like they're going to manipulate Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Cereal.
Yeah, I'm still going. My cards didn't say it, but I'm putting both of you guys together, and I'm going to say distilling bat poop from the tree.
Oh.
All right, Johnny, what'd you get?
So, thank you, Marie. And my yard is free. Now, charge them, Marie. I mean, they're willing to pay for dirt. So, just put a price tag on it. Tell them, $30 a bag. You can have all you want. Okay. I was trying to find the link here. Wait a minute. There it is. Okay. That's Autumn's thing there. So what I get, I start with the 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. I think, and I heard the word blood, I think they are mixing blood of something or someone, maybe it's theirs, in with something. It's a concoction though. They're cooking up something, like they're doing a mix with the pot and pan, or going outside with the cauldron or something. They're doing a mixture of some kind. It does involve nature and many pieces of it. It's not just grass, but like trees and animals, and it's a concoction. So it's probably some herbs and spices too. Maybe they're, rivaling KFC or something. I don't know. Just can't. It's almost too. It feels kind of meth labish. it's very.
Yeah.
It's very, whatever it is meant to swallow or be even injected or something, but they're cooking up something that takes parts. So it's like blood and herbs and spices and plants and more dirt or something, but
I wonder how many are going to end up in the hospital or blowing up their houses.
You know, they can't go. They can't go. They're going to start this law. This would be a good question, actually. Refusal in the emergency room. It'll probably start in California. I can't remember what the exact law was, but basically refusing you unless you're either dying or in imminent danger. Like you can't come in as a repeat customer because
you keep poisoning yourself with
stuff in your ear.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go there. Will that become law?
Will we start opening, trying to reinstate that? Where they say you stay out of the emergency room.
Yes.
Unless you are really, because it's getting critical.
Because at this point, and you know what not to do. And if you keep coming back for the same thing, you're taking up space. You're taking up time. You're taking up resources. You keep doing the same thing. You're doing this on purpose. So find somewhere else.
Some people, actually homeless people, they use the emergency room as a sort of revolving door because, look, it was raining nasty cold today. Horrible. If you're sleeping at a bench or at the bus stop and you know that you can go to the emergency room and get a blanket and a sandwich, you're going to have chest pain.
Johnny, I can't do these cards. Like, you gonna go drink bleach or whatever, come in here and expect us to change the outcome. And look at this, like there's a blindfolded monkey and a jackal that it says right beside him, it says the word set, like ready to pounce on this blindfolded monkey. It's like, stupid people. Use your judgment. It's lunacy. Yeah. There's somehow trapped though into having to still look at these people. But I don't think legally like they're going to be able to walk away because of the Hippocratic Oath.
We can't, right? In Illinois, I don't see how you can do that. I don't know how they're going to go around this. You really can't. I'm not getting this. This would just lock people out. The only people that would reserve any kind of thing would be children, would be able to have the emergency room services available for anything, but that if they try to shut people out, it's not going to work.
Yeah, because I get blocking them creates anxiety and then will lead to lawsuits kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That Wheel of Fortune card's crazy in this deck.
The whole deck is kind of crazy. What'd you get, Becca?
Okay, first, to go back to my previous reading about what they're going to do next, I'm going to add to that. They're going to probably put something in there that has to do with perhaps some sort of a poison or some sort of a trap for like roaches or something, cockroaches or mice or whatever. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Poison?
Mm-hmm.
Or concocting something around something that has to do with a trap to catch vermin or something like that. So
Lucy should start a business.
Yeah. For this question, I get a no because it's open to the public. However, it's almost like they won't go to the hospital because they're learning and they're taking their knowledge from social media. So even if they poison themselves, they're just going to go to a Facebook or something and go back to their social media site, type in, ask a question. Oh, I ingested a cup of bleach along with my boo this morning, and now these are my symptoms. What should I do? So it's almost like they're getting medical advice on social media, like somewhere where there's a book. So like a Facebook or something.
That's where they got the cure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get them too. It's still going to be open with the public to the public. There is, however, still a conversation about remedies in life. So this is going to be an ongoing conversation, though, about the things people give and take. So it's not like just a blanket, no, they will never stop. This is something has to be done, and there are going to be some parameters probably set in place as to especially repeat offenders or people who are just hypochondriac. Just because you go to the ER does not mean they give you a bag of pills to go home with. It's like, okay, we tested for this, this, and this. I can't do nothing for you. Go home, drink some water. Like that's, if that's what's called for. Sometimes hydration is not the key. Especially if it's acidic, you don't want to throw it back up because then all your crap is burnt up. But,
You know what else I saw, Johnny? These groups who have family members that are hospitalized that did not get the vaccine, that are being hospitalized for COVID, even if they're on ventilators. There's a bunch of groups on social media that are urging family members to pull them out of the hospital and give them ivermectin.
Yeah. They're the doctors.
They're the doctors. They know. Google.
So, Boo, will it be? I mean, I guess that's the question. Will it? It's kind of a yes already, but will it be extremely detrimental to those who participate in such a thing?
Again, there's some dirt. I have some dirt that I would be happy to ship to you for nothing. That won't kill you.
I can't.
No.
I got my King of Cups on the bottom, and that's the doctor card for me. So, yeah. Could be seeing a doctor.
Oh, I've seen the devil already. Come get your kids, devil. Come get your kids. Becca, what you get?
Yeah. For some reason, though, it's more around women.
Yes.
I don't know if it's because women are more prone to eat the BS, because I get heart, which that's my yes. Lie, snake, and then woman. So it's almost like the women are more susceptible to the crap. So I get yes. But it causes problems, either heart problems, liver, colon and intestinal problems, but it's going to cause them problems, but it's mostly around women. I don't know. Maybe it's moms giving it to their kids, or women that are more prone to be of the, what is that card, Ona?
Mom giving it to her kids.
Yep.
That is what's happening too. That is part of it. They are giving it to their kids.
Okay. Pregnant also. What is this?
So much for pro-life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not. It's going to cause some kind of genetic. It will cause issues. We know lead. We have to test our babies for lead. If you're in a building that's built before 1975, I think you have to test your kid for lead. Everybody gets 3 months old, I think, 3 months, 6 months, something. I can't remember. This shit's got lead in it.
Yeah. It's like they're planning on sharing it with everybody in the family. It's erratic how it reacts to people's bodies, but I'm getting it's the ones that are ingesting it. So, whether they're making their smoothies or whatever out of it, it's the ones that are drinking it. They're going to have blood work done. There's going to be some deaths and burden and like a steady line going in to the hospitals over foolish things they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
I mean, I've heard of pica before, some women that get pregnant for some reason start craving things like dirt because there's like nutrients or something in the dirt that they crave. But this is on a whole nother level. Like this is like, I refuse to take the vaccine. Let me go eat this dirt because it's a cure-all.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I get, yes, this is going to be continually destructive, though. I got the Four of Wands. This is kind of established now. For whatever reason, that in particular crowd feels as though this is a remedy, that this actually does work. There are testimonials about how this has worked for whoever. Now, mind you, let's keep this in mind. They are not trying to cure the COVID they have. They're trying to take this thing to keep from getting it. So everybody who does not have COVID or who has never had it has a testimonial about something they may have done, whether it's just staying away from people, covering your mask, washing your hands, blah, blah, blah. So you saying I don't have something and I eat dirt is my testimonial for me not having it is stupid. And so you can say, oh, I eat dirt so I don't have, cataract. So that doesn't make any sense. So,
I eat paste, I eat dirt.
It's like, so that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it's going to keep going though, too. This is going to compound. The Two of Wands is open-ended. This is something about the future potential of something. And then the Temperance. This is also going to have compounding health issues too.
I got a question. I got heart, snake, and woman earlier. Metaphorically or symbolically speaking, worms. Can you get worms from dirt?
Yeah.
You'll probably hear a case of women getting some sort of heartworm or some other sort of worm.
They're going to have to take their ivermectin with it to help get rid of parasites.
They're going to have to deworm themselves. Yeah.
This is going in the loop. Lord Jesus.
Purely for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to say, historically, there is always some kind of fun remedy. I know I work with somebody whose grandma used to put calves liver, raw calves liver on.
You ever heard of garlic in the ear for ear infections?
Those kinds of things. For like skin cancer or something like that, and swears that it cured it. So historically, it's not unusual, but the toxicity of what we're using right now to try and.
Because mind you, when my father was young, he ate dirt. Well, ate is a strong word. When he lived in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma dirt is red, like red dirt. If you get it on your clothes, throw them away because you can't get that stuff out. It like dyes it. But they put it here, kind of like snuff, and they'd suck the sugar out of it because it's sweet, and then they'd spit it out. But that dirt also was not next to a landfill.
Right.
And so that's what's happening with the boo dirt is that's right adjacent to a landfill, and it has some of it's been tested. And it has shown positive for lead and arsenic. So maybe not eat the dirt.
Can we ask this? Are there going to be lawsuits against Boo for this? Since we're down the Boo hole.
Why are you rubbing your face with dirt? Then again, if you put it in a package and call it Lancome, they'd sell it at the drugstore for $49 for this much and say it's reverse aging properties. And people do this type of stuff, like the charcoal. They do.
I have dirt from when my mom went to Rome. I do. It was honestly from, I don't know, the Pope's house or the Pope's backyard, probably. Her. That's what she would get.
Don't eat it, owner.
It's like holy dirt from right there, right in the middle of my cards. I bet it would cure COVID.
I just can't. Like it's gone to the point where it's beyond ridiculous. Like I get it. You want to be organic. That doesn't mean go eat dirt from a freaking landfill. Like, and then give it to your kids. I mean, what's that? Drinking out of your toilet, it's organic, like, come on.
people want to, it's just easy to manipulate what you believe in.
Yeah.
Right? When you're simple.
What you get, Becca?
I get a yes. I get house, child, and fish. This is a small home business or a small family business that's selling this stuff, but the lawsuits come from something to do with a child or children. Many children, but there's payments that go out. But it's a small family business or a new family business or something. But yes, it has to do with children that caused the issue. So go ahead and poison a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
What you get on?
Yeah. I do get there that whoever distributes this to children, right? This is actually four of cups there at the end there. Pretty much the same thing. You get hermit, chariot, things. It moves quickly, and the outcome is what the damage that it's doing to children or seeing more kids. This is just ridiculous. People have no common sense.
No.
Yeah, the sacrifice card on the bottom. It's like, okay, the foolish people, the mentally not right people, when they've got the deaths over the healing, of trying to do this healing, yeah, they're going to come after you with lawsuits, and it's like going to be like a bunch of them. They're going to backstab you because they believed in the healing properties, and now they're going to turn on you. And I get completion is going to destroy the company that started this. It's like there's a lot of money involved. A lot of the details of how they started this business are going to come out, and it's just they'll have all the tools to burden with.
I don't get a lawsuit, but it's telling me that there is an extreme burden with the 10 of Wands and the strength. There's an extreme burden that basically shuts this down. Unfortunately, this comes probably a little too late because it shouldn't have started in the first place. But enterprise, sell what you want to. If somebody wants to buy dirt from you, then they'll buy dirt from you. The Hermit and the Page of Wands, there's going to be a lot of messages about this. There's a lot of messages and investigation, which we'll go to next, actually. But this is well defended, too, with the Seven of Wands and the Devil. This is, was it Mark Twain? It is easier to fool a person than to convince a person they've been fooled. So you can't get these people to say this is not working because they believe in the process, just like they did the bleach and Donald Trump telling you to take fish bowl cleaner, but he just misspoke and meant something else, and all that type of stuff. So it's one of those things to where there's a group of people that stand for it. They believe in it. They will defend it to the end, but they're being misled with the Devil card. So,
What is that word when you take a medicine, but it's not really a real medicine and you trick yourself? Placebo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Idiot.
So
Placebo dirt.
Yeah. That they're going to get sick with. Yeah.
So the Quackarnons, will there be an investigation into the money? Because somebody's paying for this dirt. Will there be some investigations into finances when it comes to this group? The JFK thing, sending that. There's money behind somebody.
What's funny is they're now turning on Flynn because they're saying Flynn is a Satan worshiper. They're turning on him. It's so funny.
And they got that from a prayer.
Didn't they hear him say that QAnon's just garbage or something, and they're like, oh, okay, he turned.
He's a Satan worshiper.
Yeah, I've actually had Jace that black water. I mean, it just tastes like water. It's just got ions in it or something that turns it dark. It looks gross, but it just tastes like water. You drink it one time and you're like, okay, that's enough for this. Investigate the money. Thank you, Lisa, posting the question.
It's really sad because there was the people that are still waiting for JFK. It's like they're just touring the country like a bunch of groupies waiting for JFK's arrival. And I was watching, I think it was Rachel Maddow, and they were saying that there's one person who, it's a mom. She just dropped off the kids and hasn't been home in months, just going on this groupie tour waiting for JFK to return from the dead.
Yeah, this is bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So will there be an investigation? Jen, what'd you get?
I get a definite yes. They're looking at where it's shifted around to in America too. Like who's holding it? Where's it? Who's the supporters? Where's it all shifted around to? Who all's tied up in this? And they get a breakthrough in court. Somebody manages to tell more about the structure of things, and that kind of brings things to completion. The messenger is looked at as a betrayer, though. So whoever delivers this in court is looked at as a betrayer. But I get a big old yes through court.
Ooh.
It comes up. So maybe with some of these people that are being tried right now from January 6th.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that there's one person in particular that's fundraising a bunch of money, the JFK guy. He's raised over $250,000. And that's for him. That's not QAnon. That's just him that he's raised over $250,000. I got a yes. Gifts, reputation and creativity marketing, and then choices and options doubles. So probably two in particular that get, or two avenues that get looked at.
Thank you, Nora. Ona, what you get?
You get two avenues. I get three, at least three. Like everything. So the one on top that falls from, that starts the whole process there is that smug, Nine of Cups guy. And then everything else is defeat. There's nothing good. There was nothing good coming in this card. This is the theme. This is the challenge. There's a lot stacked against them. That's their challenge, right? Up next is ruin. So and this is below. This was sort of feeding it. But as we see the progression of, like I said, the most respected disease in the world, we're seeing that these sort of things are going to start to drop off. Leaving, this is immediate environment, Tower. And then we just go to what? Knight of Swords, right? Why not? Just cut it all off. Everything will be exposed, and it's going to happen quickly. Becky, you got 2, I got 3. So somewhere there. Or February, March, maybe, something like that. But yeah.
I get yes. I get the Temperance and the 3 of Cups. There comes after some sort of exposure to King of Swords in the world. This is here. It's a worldwide thing. Who asked that? I think it was Linda. Are we the only country that's this crazy? They got a New Zealand question down here too. There's some QuackerNon supporters there too. Apparently,
They're everywhere.
But this world card, this has a worldwide influence. But this is also a card for me for the media. But there is something that is going to come out that is going to lead to an investigation into financing. The 6 of Pentacles, there's also the 6 of Pentacles in the Chariot. There's also funding for this in particular engine, this in particular thing that's moving forward. It waits until it has funding for certain things, and then it pops out. It's like, okay, here's the funding, talk about drinking bleach. Here's the funding, talk about whatever. So there's an engine behind keeping people stupid. So that's keep them sick, keep them poor, sick, keep them stupid, I say. Then yes, there is ruin, 10 of Swords there too. Somebody in our government, in the U.S. government, is involved in this too. And they may be close to the fool, or they may be the fool himself, but they're very close to him, definitely. Because I get the Six of Pentacles. They either were paid by him, or I can't say paid by him because he doesn't pay anybody, but let's say they were in his administration. They were paid because of him, type of thing. So yeah, I get that too. Good Jesus. Okay.
Lie.
Let's move on from these people because I can't. Well, let's run through Mr. Cuomo. Chris Cuomo has been fired as of yesterday from CNN. So I just want to know, what does his future look like? Is his new job? Is he going to sue CNN maybe for wrongful termination? Like, what's going to happen there?
You predicted it, Johnny. I don't know if everybody saw where I posted the link to the video where you predicted it over a month ago.
And I was actually asking a whole different question, and it said, well, he's about to leave CNN, so all this is kind of a moot point.
So what's the question? Is he going to
But
get a
just
new
his
job?
future, like what's going to happen with him? Is he going to move on to a new job? Is he going to retaliate? Is he going to write a book or something?
You better take a break and a breather. You know, I understand the brother thing.
Yeah.
I do. I understand that, but you didn't think you were going to get in trouble?
That's what I'm saying.
You didn't know?
What's coming up? Thank you, Linda.
I think he likes a good Cabernet, I gotta say right now. All that happening.
Night. Okay. Becca, what you get?
Trouble. I only looked at the next 3 months. I got my sun, or my star sun anchor ends with snake. In the center of the read, it's his celebrity and his success that has been achieved, but then there's losses and a bunch of trouble because of lying, for lying. So over the next 3 months, I see trouble. But that's only as far as I went. I didn't look a year or anything. So that's what I got. Losses and trouble.
Yeah. Is his attorney a woman? Anybody?
Well, they didn't say he had one yet, but you never know. Because as of right now, he just says, oh, this whole thing is embarrassing. He hadn't actually issued any real statements other than that. Well, I don't follow his Twitter, so I don't know if there's something there, though. So I have no idea. What you get on it?
Well, here's his the central card here. So he's already looking for an opportunity, obviously. And then I got the challenge was the Empress. So I was wondering, that's what I'm like, is would that be his attorney?
He also has a sexual misconduct.
Oh, she's there then. That's here she is. That's her. Okay. Now I'm
because my reading from a month ago, that was my original question. Was he actually guilty of sexual misconduct? Because he apparently was being a frisky around the office.
Gotta keep his head down, his hat over his eyes, his head, and walk really slow right now. He's worried about being left out. He's worried about this kind of, this fun's gonna come out in the news too. This is the end result, guys. I'm not kidding.
What is that? Oh,
card. And
those cards are really cool.
Tower.
I love that deck.
Jazz deck.
Wait, Chris Cuomo, the guy on CNN, was also accused of sexual misconduct.
That was my original question. And then it led me to don't even ask about this. He's about to get fired.
That runs in the family, huh?
And he'll find another job someday, I'm sure.
Thank you, chat. I get he's going through a rough transition because he did some foolish things and the truth came out because he was collaborating, with his brother here. And now America sees him for the way he is. He's got an offer coming to him because of his celebrity. But like Ona, there's something about he's going to end up in a court case in a fight over that feminine energy. There's a woman that was in his circle of support that's going to cause him to be put in defense mode. So whatever this offer is that's coming to him, he's going to have to walk away from that too.
I get Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. There is a lot of negativity coming up for him also. There is a lot of negative publicity, so press, that type of thing too. A lot of negativity. There's also Knight of Wands and Strength. I mean, he's not completely out of the loop. He's not completely lost. His progression is still going. He still has a lot of admirers. So, it's just like anybody else. I mean, people can't understand why people like Trump because they like him. People like Cuomo. People like whoever that you like. People still like Cosby. So it's people, they like who they like. Seven of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. He still has an opportunity coming. It's going to take a little while. He's going to have to maybe let this tamper down a little bit. The other case with the woman is still going to come back into the news. But I think he will have some sort of resurgence eventually. They're just going to take some cycles here with the Seven of Pentacles. He's going to have to be patient. There's also, he may pop up here and there on like interviews, like how is he doing now, blah, blah, blah type of thing. So he'll talk to Oprah or whoever else. And so he'll have some pop-up interviews, and it may appear like he's coming back to TV, just not at that time. It's going to have to take some cycles, Seven of Pentacles. The imbalance, though, will be around the expertise, so he will not have a show like he did at first. It's like once he loses this show, that's it. Because he was pretty much on top of the world. He was up there with the Anderson Coopers type thing. Like he had one of the biggest shows ever. So he's not going to have that type of acclaim anymore, but he will be back talking. So he will have a show eventually, but this is going to take a while. He's going to have to go through the fire first.
Yeah.
So the second question is, will Andrew Cuomo be back in the news? Since Chris is now sort of center of attention, he's got some accusers and things of that nature. So does Andrew. Will he come back in the news?
Well, he's still got his indictment hanging out there. He's been indicted. He's still got his court case.
Yeah.
Come back in the news in a way like...
Will any new information come out about him? Because what they are accusing Chris of, which we'll do in the next question. Now, CNN, if you ask me, they fired him because of his bad publicity. But Chris was using his sources to gain information on Andrew's accusers. And so that's kind of what they said that was unethical, and we're going to fire him. So will Andrew be back in the news because of that?
Like using his brother's sources to smear his accusers. Yeah, that's pretty shady, I think. Because that makes you no different than the abuser himself, too, if you're helping him cover it up, That's just
or
my opinion.
attack the witnesses.
Yeah, attack the witnesses. That's just my opinion.
I get no. What did you get, Becca?
Andrew Cuomo, yeah, the result of the investigation, something that comes up about him seducing and romancing women and gifts and stuff like that. But it's something around an investigation. Manipulation, romance and seduction here, creativity with the moon, and then gifts and pleasure here with bouquet. So it's something around that investigation. So what I got?
I don't get he's left the news. Like, I mean, if he may have left the mainstream news, but there's still news about him. He's kind of stuck in his fight of morality. So It's still there. The magician, 2 of wands, he's still fighting it. He's still out of balance. 10 of wands, 9 of wands, strain, stress, working hard, over hard. 10 of wands, blah blah blah. He's still in. He's still in the news. Jen, what you get?
I get there's going to be a whistleblower on him that's going to cause him a lot of anxiety. Crowning the reading, big yes card. It's already in the ethers. Somebody like coming forward brings a lot of change to the case, and it's going to burden him more. It's going to be really, really hard. I get it's a female like in the court. So whether it's what do they call it, the before you go into trial where you're giving information to each other, disclosure or whatever. There's something about steady money that comes up in court, and he's going to be battling another indictment. I'm getting over money, though. Steady money.
There was that whole situation too before the sexual harassment stuff came out that had to do with the nursing homes and the insurance companies, that he was skimming money off of that, or he was making money off of that too. So
There's bribery.
Mm-hmm.
There's bribery, and he's been hiding it. So that could be, I got that, the magician, I got Queen of Coins, and this is that exchange. And he's really cooked the books. And it's going to get discovered. Same kind of thing. Really skating on thin ice. The world came up upside down. The world card upside down. So
thank you, Lisa. She said the word I was looking for was discovery. When they go through the discovery stuff. Yeah. And Ona just used the word discover. They're going to discover this. So interesting.
So speaking of discovery, Jeffrey Clark, one of Trump's confidants, is pleading the fifth. So with our magic cards, can we see what is it that he would say that would self-incriminate? The reason he doesn't want to say it. What is this thing that you would self-incriminate with?
We'll know by the questions when he pleads the fifth, but what is... Mm-hmm. Give us a preview, cards.
What is he going to say?
What would he say that would incriminate him? The reason
what would he say that would incriminate him?
Yes. Because when they ask that, just like Jen said, when they ask that question, we'll know for sure, but what is it?
And he gets the judgment card on the bottom.
Oh, also, for those who were wondering, this is the stuff that moves across my screen is smoke from the incense. Always get, oh, you have a ghost in the house. Don't make my life more exciting than it's supposed to be. I don't have ghosts.
You have visitors.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He might as well just get one of those placards and just hold it up. I plead the fifth. Because you're going to say that the whole time.
Thank you, Marie. I just pulled 9 cards, and it's like, oh my God, like the truth about how they manipulated the message. Something about also the truth about steady money that he's trying to defend from. How all these like-minded people, supporting Trump, and how they were trying to manipulate the votes, as I'm getting to, something that they couldn't walk away from, because I feel like I just hear out of control. Like you started all this and it's out of control, and then you just couldn't even walk away from it because it was done.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what you get.
So I got, if he's going to say something that's going to incriminate himself, it's going to be about money. That was the theme. That was the one that sort of flew out and turned around. And he's trying to spin the verb here, right? The delusion, the 7 of cups. So he's just going to try and sort of spin that. But I've got defeat on his end here. His speech pattern, this is the speech pattern. And it's going to look like it's altered. He's going to sort of, I don't know what they do to try and make it look like, you know, what, he's out sick now or something. Was that
He's
it?
Gonna put on a show to try to look like he's sick.
Show up with a walker, get disheveled.
He's gonna imitate Gomer, whose speech is all screwed up.
Yeah, and that's how it's going to look. He's just going to, it's not going to be consistent. No, not a linear thought pattern, just sort of piling up these little weird things that he's saying.
What you get, Becca?
I got the house, the heart, crossroads, clouds, and ship. So how would he incriminate himself? There's 2 houses. So either the House of Representatives and the White House together, because there's 2 of them. And the exit strategy or the route they were going to take for the transition. But that turned into a poo-poo show. So I think if I'm interpreting this correctly, the self-incrimination would come through the coordination between two houses on how they were going to transition and get out of this. But the problem is they left a path. There was a path left behind, like breadcrumbs. So, and it's a route. It's the route that they took. There's, with this, the house, the crossroads, and the ship. 2 houses, but there's a route that was left behind that can be traced. I don't know what that is, if that makes any sense to anybody. And it could be in the cloud, literally. It could be up in the cloud somewhere. But it was around the elections, how they were going to muddy stuff up for the transitions, 2 houses, but he left a path, and there's something in like quite literally a cloud that they can navigate that goes back to him and these 2 houses. Also the entourage, those that were involved, if I'm making any sense at all.
Jace Harnage says that he wrote letters to the Georgia AG to, basically overthrow the election too. So there is a path. There is evidence left behind too, and some phone calls.
But I'm getting there's something like in a cloud or something. There's something in a cloud or something like that where it's not paper. I didn't get anything that was written. I got
like a text message.
It's something in the cloud, something like that, to where it shows the routes that they were taking. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be like metadata or text messages or something in a cloud that left a route that about the transition, the direction they were going, if that makes any sense at all. So
there is King of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So there is a huge company. They were responsible for handing out money. So this is like, this isn't a bank though, because this is, well, it could be, but there's one in particular person. Maybe if this was a bank, this would be their loans officer or somebody that's on the inside that they could get money and move money faster, move money through. But this feels more like RNC. There's something with the RNC and money as well, that this would implicate a whole host of other people, not just one. This is a network of people. The Page of Swords, 10 of Swords, there's also trying to put something to an end from the inside. And this does have something to do with elections or votes, a big system of a lot of little things. So votes. So there is trying to put an end to that. There's also about moving money. 2 of Wands overseas, 10 of Pentacles with the Lovers. There is a in particular small group of people for this one that they would be moving money through. He knows something about that. There's also funding for, in particular, ventures that are not, that don't have anything to do with the office of the president. This is more grifting type thing. So he knows a lot. And there's going to, I don't know if they're going to ask all of that, but he's definitely going to plead some serious fifths, like 505 fifths. Which leads us to the next person. John Eastman is also going to plead the fifth. He was another attorney.
Can we look at Clark before we get off of him at his health? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, is he lying or does he have a health issue?
That's what it was. Now he's got like a health problem, right?
Yeah.
That's such bullshit.
I'm going to ask, does he have? And if so, tell me what it is. If not, tell me why you said it.
Run the chakras.
His health is strong. I'm getting. He doesn't have a health issue.
Run his chakras and a health set here and see what he's making up. It might be just, drinking a little too much. You could smell that. The whole night is laced with that kind of feeling. Toxic chemicals right away.
I get he's going to tell him that his balance is off because he has a bad back and he fell and may have hurt his head, brain damage. trying to make him wait, before, dragging him in before the committee and Pelosi and everybody.
It's fine. He's drinking too many elixirs. Bad shine. I get liquid all the way from the neck up. Liquid. Cups. Elixirs. He's talking like he's feeling like this, like, oh, I'm sick, blah, blah, blah. Right. Been drinking. That hurts. That hurts when you wake up like that. That's what I'm getting. It's just, he's just kind of making stuff up. He feels like he's been betrayed. This is the heart chakra area, getting three of swords, maybe a little constipated, but that's pretty much it. No, he's just, and rightfully so, I guess, he's got to drink a little too much right now to sort of drown out everything, but that's a repeating theme. No, he's fine. Just drinking.
Drinking and crapping his pants.
Drinking and hoping he gets crap.
So I started with, the first question I asked was, does Jeffrey Clark have a medical issue that is preventing him from speaking to Congress? And I got the storks. That's a positive card. That's a yes. So then I asked, what is going on with his health that's preventing him from speaking to Congress? I got the child, the mice, the snake, the tower, the crossroads. He's crapping his pants.
Is that what it is?
New, diminishing, eating away, taking something away, anxiety, lying and trouble to government about a choice that he made. Central to the read is this. So there's something new or small that he's lied about, that he's told several lies about, and he's crapping his pants. So I say that he's got a serious issue of, I'm screwed, and I need to find a way to get out of this because I've already lied. So, but this is central to the read. Now, health-wise, this would be your colon.
Yeah.
And the colon and upper and lower, what is that? The intestines. This is bacterial infections, viruses, This is something smaller early in the early stages.
Or
So-
it's caused by stress.
Yeah.
Crap in his pants.
He's crapping his pants because it's like he's got an issue. It looks like it's colon or maybe it's irritable bowel syndrome or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's under so much stress because guess what, buddy? You lied and we got you.
Yeah. And that's where it hurts.
So that's what I get. So he does have it. I think it's self-induced because he's pooping himself.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Marie. I got the 10 of Wands and the World. I asked, does he have a medical condition? If so, tell me what. If not, why did he say that he did? And so I get burdens around the media. There's something in the media that is burdening him, if that's grammatically correct. The 2 of Cups and the Queen of Wands. This is a judge for me. Thank you, Super Truthful. And this is basically your business that you have to do with this in particular, judge. It's the trial. It's the questioning. This is, mind you, there's also plan B. Like, okay, we're going to plead the 5th, but we do need to be, we need to re-up this plan. We need to refreshen it. Like, we need to go over more. He wants to buy more time, basically. 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles out in the cold. This is my card for disease. This would indicate, yes, you have some sort of condition. It's okay. Tell me what it is. There's nothing there. This is positivity. So there's nothing here. If he had anything, and if I was going to just attach something to this, this would be not heretical. What is the real word? Hereditary. It would be hereditary because this is lineage. This is family. And so that would be that, but no, he's just worried about the future with the 3 of Wands. There's something that's coming. It's almost there. He's waiting on it. It's anxiety. It's angst. It's the ball in the stomach type thing. So it's a scheme. He needs a plan.
Yeah.
He needs a plan B. That's it.
I have a question though. I have a question. Even if he goes in and pleads the 5th, just like the other guys, all of them are going to plead the 5th because they're not about to self-incriminate. But that doesn't mean somebody else isn't going to rat you out. So either way, you're caught. So you're just delaying the inevitable, which goes back to my original question. What the hell made you think this was a good idea?
Yeah.
In the first place. You know? Because this is
You
totally
can get
gonna
away
work.
with this.
This is
Let's
totally gonna
overthrow an election. Like, no. My problem has always been, let's say for whatever reason, you were able to pull this off. Did you not think anybody was not going to retaliate? That they weren't going to sue, that they weren't going to send the National Guard to come, that they weren't going to do something in return, that they were just going to say, okay, you got it then.
No, Johnny, no, because that would have been what Trump has always wanted was authoritarian rule. You will not challenge me, even if I've lost, like a Putin in the making. What are you going to do? Jail everybody that goes to sue you, And here's the other thing. These people can't even tie their shoelaces with instructions. What the hell made them think they were smart enough to pull off a freaking coup?
I know. I mean, just medieval. Stupid.
I can't.
There's nothing more dangerous than an ignorant person who really thinks they're geniuses, dude.
Yes, than a smart idiot.
Did we ask a question?
No.
Why did he think this was going to work? That's what I asked.
Oh, that's what you asked. Why did they think this was going to work?
Why did they think this was going to work?
Why did they think the coup was going to work?
I get the sense, though, back to what you said with the authoritarian thing. There's an example of this type of thing working. The 2 of Cups, the 3 of Wands. This has worked for somebody, and they thought it would work for them. Now, here's again, though, what country are you in? Democrats have guns too. Like, I'm not advocating for war, and please don't go out and shoot nobody. but you can't just overthrow with force and think nobody's going to ever retaliate, period. Like this, that doesn't work here, like at all. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles. Somebody told them that. They told them so. So it's that's why. Because they thought so. They thought it would work because it worked for somebody else.
Hey, Moose.
Hold on, I gotta go feed him. He's gonna eat me. Sorry, guys.
Jim, what you did?
I get he thought they could just move everybody into action, which they did with the insurrection. All the erratic people, that they could just bully them because they lost. They're trying to give them that hope of, we can change these votes, and get rid of Biden and Nancy. Like that was the two opposing forces. He thought that they could move all these people into action and transition away the power, steal it in the dead of night and everything, just cause enough anxiety that they could get the votes and just cause chaos.
I'm getting they wanted to mix it up, like and I get the High Priestess upside down, or reversed. Like they wanted to, or just believe that they could overturn, right? They really believe this. They could overturn this.
Overturn the knowledge of what happened.
Yeah. That's pretty desperate.
I can't.
That's pretty desperate. I know. Also, I think that there was some kind of money. There's some kind of money promise, something. There's something that would, what would motivate someone at that level is money, right? Who thinks at that level is money. So there was some kind of monetary, like motivational force. There was something they were going to be getting for that, something tangible. And they got screwed. They're like, nope, all you got is a subpoena.
Well, speaking of subpoenas, Michael Flynn and Sidney Powell, Lynn Wood, Sean Hannity, a little bit Donald Trump, have all sort of been targets of the Quackernons. The Quackernons have said that Sidney Powell is deep state. They said that Michael Flynn was a Satanist based upon a prayer that he prayed, mind you. It ain't like he had horns. Based upon a prayer he prayed, they said he was a Satanist, so Satan worshiper. So are they continuing to eat themselves? Will the Quackernon be diminished?
I got another question too. Is this something that was planted in the Quackernoners to get them to turn on these people because they wanted to make them look like they weren't connected to the Quackernons? Was this planted information to try to get them to turn against Trump's people? To help them maybe legally or something? Or is this just eating themselves? Is the wolf gnawing its foot off?
That's exactly what I get.
And
that's
sword,
the only card I'm going to pull, because that's really, they're just eating themselves.
well, and that sword looks like a cross, and so does that posture of the sword swallower.
Martyrdom,
Cross,
right?
martyrdom.
Right? Yeah, oof. It's a hot crowd. Wow. So sad.
Enjoyed the show. They're eating their own.
Yeah. They're going to eat their own. Well, we've been waiting for more evidence, for making sure that this vaccine's safe. Let's wait. Let's get more data. And there's still a group of people who are like, I'm still not convinced that this is even real, because there's a pocket of people who maybe don't know anybody that had this.
And Donald Trump spent so much time telling him it wasn't real, and then he gets booed when he says, "Dude, take the vaccine."
Yeah, yeah.
You caused your own.
He knows he created this monster, really.
Yeah, no, he didn't. What you get on it?
That is what I got.
Oh, that's okay.
That's it.
What you get?
That's it. That's enough. They're just going to eat themselves up. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Becca, what you get?
So I asked, why is QAnon turning on Mike Flynn, Sidney Powell, Lynn Wood, Donald Trump, the whole laundry list? I got Mountain, Tree, Cross, Sun, and Snake. They're tired of waiting. They feel betrayed and that all of it was a lie.
Yeah.
Now, does it mean that they've been completely deprogrammed? No, it just ends with betrayal and a lie. Delays, suffering, and then lies and betrayals. So it's like they want results and they're not getting it. Everything, even though I don't have the ring here, everything that was promised has not been delivered.
Right.
So it feels like a betrayal and a lie, like they were used. Which, yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, what you get?
Light bulb moments. Justice and walking away because they were defending and being strong, and they were bullied, and now they're just not accepting what all those people pushed them into. Fortune's changing, and I even get, like, for Trump, like, they feel like they are getting the crumbs from him too. I get that they're changing the man that they're focusing their attention on and their support on. Because they feel lied to. But I get, like, there's another celebrity or another celebrated person they're shifting their focus on. So maybe turning in a roundabout way on Trump even.
That makes sense when you're, that if you can be, grabbed by that, you're simple enough that you're just going to get redirected to somebody else, to some other thing.
Like a Ted Cruz or a Josh Hawley or something like that. Mm-hmm.
Somebody do something stupid.
Because Ted Cruz had his moment in the sun with the Tea Party. He was the leader of the Tea Party. They just needed somebody else to cling to after Bush. And so it's there you go. And that's what I get. 8 of Swords, entrapped. And then there's the Tower. There's release.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this feels like this is what I've been saying with the Rotten House boy, is when the luster wears off, then they discard whatever it was they were using, the Rotten House or the Trump or the whoever. Trump will not be the leader of them forever. One of the people pinned a message saying, hey, remember when this was supposed to happen and it never did. Okay, they believe you and they believed you, but you're not following through on anything, and they still want a leader. So then they're going to say, okay, well, let's go to the next person who looks like they're taking more steps. And then they'll find out that person, that luster will wear off too, just like they're discarding Mike Flynn. Mike Flynn stood up in front of them and gave speeches, and it was happy and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, not only did they discard him, but they called him a Satanist.
Johnny, he declared his oath to QAnon in a homemade video in his backyard with his family.
And now they hate him.
And what's funny is, like, they accuse the left of hiding all the pedophiles and everything, and yet you have the magnates. And this week in Ghislaine's trial, first witness brought up the fact that Epstein took her to see Trump at Mar-a-Lago, and then they shut down the questioning to that person. It was like, okay, your hero is brought up in this trial.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the thing you're accusing all the people on the left of doing. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I get 8 of Swords. There's capture, Tower. There's release. This is destructive release. This is not freedom. This is like the whole thing tears down because of boredom. 4 of Cups. So it's like this. What else are we going to do? Then there's the leader. the magician, the new leader, the one who can defend and bring them to the higher ground type thing. So they're just looking for the new Trump, basically. But yes, they are eating their own because that's what you do.
Or JFK Jr.
Good God, or JFK.
Yeah.
Speaking of resurrected, let's go on to be a little petty. Now, mind you, for those who are sensitive, get out my chat. No. Because I don't really care for this in particular person, so I may be judgmental, and yes, I am going to read my cards by being judgmental, so get over it. Joel Osteen.
Mm-hmm.
In 2014, his church had a burglary. I think that's what it's called, because it wasn't a break-in. They just stole stuff. $600,000 in cash and checks were stolen. 2014, mind you. And this year, just as of last week, a plumber was called in to do some work at the church. He noticed there was loose tiles behind the wall, so he basically opened the wall and cash and checks fell out. They do not know if it is the same cash and checks from 2014. They just know cash and checks fell out. There was a reward
Don't
back
any
then.
of those checks have any dates on them?
There was a reward once posted in 2014 by the Crime Stopper unit for $25,000 that has expired. So the plumber, as of right now, does not have any reward, but the story has just broken. But I want to know, how did that money get there, and why was it still there?
Yeah, like if
How
you
did
already
that
had it, why would you not get it out of the building in a duffel bag? You know, why would you cram it up in the wall?
How did it get behind the wall? Or how did it get there? And what was the other question?
Why was it still there?
Why was it still there?
Because
Like,
if this is a new burglary, then okay, then somebody put it in there 3 days ago and they just ain't came back for it. But if it was the money from 2014, why is it there for 6-7 years and nobody did anything with it?
Were they fired from their jobs so they
No,
never
there
got
was-
back in to get it?
Was there cash too?
Yes, a lot of
How
envelopes full
stupid
of
is the plumber?
And this was in the toilet where there are no security cameras. So
Plumber.
he was being honest and turned it in.
Call me. That's my question that's rolling in my head right now. I would be divorcing that plumber.
I would have been
I'm
like,
already doing
"Jackpot, bitches, peace. I'm going to Jamaica."
Oh, what'd you do?
How did it get there? Crossroads, mice, garden. It was one of several areas where they stashed it from thievery, stealing from the congregation. Stolen. Stolen and missing is the central card. That's what I get.
I keep getting, this is both of them, yo. This is both of them. Him and whoever his girl is. Who's his woman? I don't know who she is. There she is, both together at the central location and at the outcome. And in between, they're doing, the tower is right on top of them. It's both.
Deborah is saying $200,000 in cash and $400,000 in checks and money orders. Wow, $600,000.
How much cash?
200,000.
Oh,
I get that it was stolen from the community, from the congregation, and double.
plumber.
Oh yeah, let's have a full audit of that freaking church.
I get a man and a woman involved too. I get like this was premeditated, and they were burdened because they kind of erratically did it. Like they rushed in, they got it. It was unfinished work, so they had to wait a while until like investigators weren't hanging around looking over them, and I get it was money that was offered to the church. You know, it was like donations, charity, whatever. But I get it's a man and a woman, and they love us.
Yep.
And they were just waiting.
Is it kind of escape money? Was it sort of like a little nest eggy sort of escape hatch kind of thing they were sort of cooking up there, maybe?
I don't know. I'm going to ask her, are they still working there? Whoever
maybe
did this.
Joel has nothing to do with it. Maybe it's his partner, and she's in it. She's in it big.
But it would seem kind of $600,000 when those people live in a multi-million-dollar mansion. I'm sure that she would blow through $600,000 in a day based on her lifestyle. You know, like you go broke in a day.
And how much did he take in PPP loans from the government?
Yeah, that he didn't have to pay back. Well, no, he paid it back after everybody shamed his ass. And then he's got $600,000 sitting in the walls.
Crammed in the toilet.
Yeah. There's more. Maybe it slipped down. What did they claim? Was there a claim that so many millions were missing? Or
they did do an insurance claim at the time. Now, mind you, I'm not saying it was them, the Joel and his wife, but we did this reading on. I did this reading on Joyce's channel, and we both got a woman too. There is a woman there heavily involved. What I think though, and yes, Victoria does do this too. Victoria's his wife, said the chat. There is a woman there who works as like a associate pastor, or she works as a training pastor. She has some sort of religious bent to her, to where she does work on a religious scale. So she's not just like a finance officer. She does book work, like preaching work too. So maybe she teaches a Sunday class or something of that nature. But there is also some shakeups that are going to be going on in the church with the Hierophant and the death card. Now it's interesting. Okay, never mind. The Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles. There is a man and money here too. So there is going to be some revelations through time about money, and it's about Joel's money, because this I get that is Joel there. So there will be a conclusion to that story. It won't be just out there forever. The Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. This is a person who is in skilled labor. So she does something in the church at not a high level, but a higher level than just a stooge. She does something. She has a title of some sort, maybe even. She does have some sort of job there, but that's coming to an end. Either she quit, because it's abrupt with the Knight of Swords. It's like she runs away, even almost, to where it's like, oh, I got to get out of here now. Thank y'all for everything, and see you when I see you. Peace. But yeah, that's what I get. But why is it still there? I think that they were living off of it, though.
So that would mean that they would have to go to all those little hidey places, take down tile or take down wall, and get money.
Well, it was loose. It's like
loose tiles. Yeah,
you can just move them aside and snatch some money out, and and just keep it moving.
Yeah, I just asked her, are they still working there? And I get a no, that she was looking at it as like a betrayal to the church. But the romance between, I get the same man and woman. It's a moneyed man and a woman. The woman is very anxious about it. I had the anxiety card on her. Yeah. They're still lovers. They're still lovers. So, but I get that investigators are going to come in and question them. It's almost like they were watching them from the beginning, like they had an idea. So there's going to be a lot of things around that, like how much money did you take? How much did you stuff in the wall?
You know what? Maybe the plumber did take a couple of $100,000 and just turn over another couple hundred. Because honestly,
thank you, Sue. Okay, let's go into some races here. We'll start with the good one. As I said before too, I don't care what these cards say. Y'all put your positive energy and lights and loves and happiness out there in the world for Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams is running for governor of Georgia. One more and again. So
And
will
this
she
is
win?
the challenge in this card is that you don't want to put in your intent,
That I have to ground.
right? You have to like sort of dance and just sort of not put that.
Because
So
I've done this reading already, and it was not positive.
Okay.
So, as I said, I don't care what these say. Y'all put your good energies out there for that lady,
To protect her. And
because
When
this is not
the
set in
race?
stone. What'd you say?
When is the race?
I have no idea. I should look that up.
well, he got in 2018, so it's 2022, isn't it? And then Purdue is also running against Kemp.
Midterms. Okay.
So I'm assuming governors are 4 years, isn't it? Or are they 6 years? I thought they were 4.
2022 will take place November 8th, 2022.
Kemp cheated the first time, but I'd rather see Kemp in there again than Purdue. So hopefully Kemp beats Purdue out in the primaries. But I'd rather see Stacey in there.
I got the Emperor for her last time too. It was interesting. In that deck that I was using, the Emperor was a black woman too. Becca, what you get?
I asked if Stacey Abrams would win the election for governor. I got the letter, the clouds, the fish. The results are going to be problematic, but she's got an abundance here.
Yeah.
So, but centered to everything is the clouds. So I would anticipate some sort of trouble or confusion around it.
Same thing.
Or the ballots.
Yep. I pulled from the past lives deck. I got letter or scribe, something written that she has to defend. Okay, so there's that challenge of, but I also get recognition like you did too. Like she's getting right? There's some victory there. There's some recognition. There's some freedom. But there's a challenge in the documentation there.
Yeah, I guess she gets the offer ultimately, but she's got to strategize. This is the winning at all costs because she's challenged by the devil. I get America is going to donate like crazy to her. She's going to be sitting pretty financially for the run, but there's like a little bit of a delay in counting the ballots and the final outcome, like looking at things that are changed and covered up. Like I'm getting, it may take like 3 or 4 days, to figure out. And then I get like they may challenge it in the courts, something about the mail-in ballots. So there'll be a lot of discussions on that. I get it'll go into court pretty quickly, but I get victory for the woman.
Yeah.
So I think she'll win it. But I think there will be a little bit of trying to say she didn't.
All right. I pulled cards. Yes, she will win. I'm leaving it at that. There we go. No, I actually did get positive cards this time, though. But her challenge is fairness with the justice, naturally, because wouldn't it be? But she gets the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles. So this is the person in charge in the job. And then it ends in the Empress and the Ace of Swords. So there is some clarity and truth, victory as well, but you know how those things go. You can always shake the 8-ball for a positive answer over and over and over again, but put your intention out there. Let that woman land. Like, don't get out, though. Not just your intention. Get your ass out there. Go vote. Go. If you can give her 25 cents, give her 25 cents. Whatever it is you can do for her and her campaign, her and her work, not just her running for something, they also her trying to fight for voting rights and things of that nature.
Right.
Whatever you can do to support her and people like her, go do it.
I think I might be speaking out of term here, but in my brain it makes sense. with all the stuff going on with Georgia, looking at Trump and what's his face, Lindsey Graham and everybody else that was trying to subvert the election, I think there's way too much heat on the electors in Georgia to be helping Kemp steal the election. You know what I mean? Like,
it's got that COVID type heat that did it for Trump.
uh-huh.
It's a hot button issue, especially with Kemp trying to basically destroy voting rights and abortion rights at the same time. So, you know, get out there. Atlanta is full of African Americans. Y'all go out and vote for that. So, okay. Dr. Oz has Mehmet Oz has also said that it sounds like ribbon, don't you?
Is he Turkish? Is he Turkish?
Yeah.
Mehmet? Yeah.
Mehmet.
Okay.
He and from what reputation speaks, I will say this though, he is a very competent heart surgeon, which is me and Joyce did this, and we said basically he should stick to healing because that's probably his calling. So stick to that. They did not a documentary, but like a little package on him on his show one time about how his hands steadied and his heart rate kind of not dropped in a bad way, but he calmed down when he was doing heart surgery. Like he wasn't, you know, he was in control of himself. So he's very competent in that. But right now, what's happening here in Pennsylvania, I read some articles. The Republicans here in the state are basically laughing him out of the office. I did a reading, it'll post at some point. They're doing the same to him, though, that they did to Donald Trump. And you see how that worked out. They're basically saying he has no place here. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He doesn't live here. He's using his in-laws' house address. I mean, it's kind of like Josh Hawley.
Yeah.
Doesn't live in Missouri, but.
And so they're basically saying that, you know, he has no chance. They're not supporting him. At the same time, they stand to lose two of their candidates. One of them has already dropped out because he has a domestic violence charge against him from his wife and his children. Another one is kind of a crackpot who is an anti-vax, anti-everything quackernon person. So she's not appealing in her run for governor. And then there's Dr. Oz and a couple of other people. So,
Johnny, I'm going to run in Pennsylvania. Can I use your address?
How will he do?
I don't want to run here because I've got Tammy Duckworth and what's his name?
Dick Durbin.
Dick Durbin. Thank you.
Dr. Oz, he can stay here. He can live right, but he is a Republican though. But he can live right across the hall, right over there. He sure can.
So,
and I got Lauren Underwood as my rep. I don't need to run here.
we got some good people in Illinois. It's crazy.
Lauren just got passed a bill to give more help to female veterans for maternity.
Good
help because they were lacking in that with so many women in the military. They didn't have good female help in the veterans hospitals.
No, they don't.
So she just got a bill passed to help out the.
You don't really hear a lot about the, like maternity ward at veterans hospitals and stuff like that, but people have babies there and it's not safe. It's not. I get he's changing offices, you guys. Office card.
Ooh.
Surprised me. I felt this Marianne Williamson thing come up from the presidential election when I heard Dr. Oz. I'm like, don't ruin yourself. Don't.
People see you in a whole different light in politics.
It is. It destroys you.
I mean, he already kind of had a murky reputation with his miracle cures for you want to lose 99 pounds, then eat this and you'll lose it in 10 minutes. And anyway.
So the office number on here is 333. Can you see that on the office? Here we go. And that is that the universe is urging you to keep going, that despite your fears, mislaid plans, or wrong turns or anxieties, you are on the right path. That's all I'm going to say about Dr. Mehmet, as I think might be on the right path.
I get he's got some strength behind him, but the thing that's crowning him is he's going to have to move there. He's got to pack his bags and move. He seems pretty secure for a while, climbing to higher ground, but then I get like the party walks away from him for whatever reason, but it does kind of build him up. So if he wants to run in the future, is what I'm getting. But I get they return to someone that has run in the past.
Mm.
That could be a Democrat that's run in the past even.
What's funny about the Republican Party, though, is like Johnny said, they'll be against you till they see you as a ticket to power, and then forget everything they said because they're your new BFF. He's a racist, misogynistic, blah, blah, blah. Lindsey Graham, next thing you know, he's bending the knee. You know? I asked how will Oz do at the ballot. I got the garden, the dog, the stars, book, and house. I get that. If he's on that ballot, he's going to be okay because there's a group of people that are very loyal and trust him because of his celebrity. They know him at home. So he's got that celebrity thing going on that there's like a whole group of people, a whole party of people here that just trust him and think that he can really lead them in a good direction. So I'm not saying he's going to win. It's just saying that it looks like he's going to do okay.
Well, since he's a doctor, I hope he can show them how to get their heads out of their asses.
I hope he can show them that, hey, that vaccine, maybe you should go take it and not eat dirt that's full of arsenic. And
I don't watch him. Is he vaccine oriented, or is he keeping quiet about that? Because I'm not sure.
I don't know, but it would be weird for a heart surgeon to be.
Well,
there are other doctors out there that are
the Surgeon General in Florida. He's an anti-everything.
Well, that one's an opportunist. We'll say, like the demon sperm doctor lady. That one, she must have gone at Trump University because that's just like,
right.
Yeah.
Miss Lady, that was your bifocals. This is normal size, madam. I get no. Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, no. How and ever. I do get do it anyway. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Yeah. There must be some sort of impact that is pertaining to you. I got the Doctor card, so this is going to be you. Whether you're King of Cups or not, this is you. And then the Seven of Pentacles. This is going to start something for you that you can keep going. So this is a new project with the Ace of Wands. This may not necessarily be, you're going to get the Senate seat. You don't even need it, probably. You just need to do it. You just need to go for it. It starts something else. It's a catalyst to the new thing. So do it anyway. I don't think that you're going to get it, but you never know. People do crazy things.
I think he's for vaccines, but he's against the mandates on them, is what I remember about him.
Yeah, because I was getting confused in the chat here. They were saying that he's anti-vax, and then I saw some that were saying that he is pro-vax. So maybe he is pro-vax, just not the mandates for them.
I think he's
that one I can see, because that's more of a political thing. The other thing is more of a science thing. Mm-hmm. So to be anti-vax is going up against the science of the vaccine.
Which makes sense.
Mandate, that's more of a political thing. Okay. Oh Jesus. Well. Okay. Wait 1 second. Let me get a quote. This man, his name is Daniel Rodriguez. He was one of the riot participators. And he is not only one of the participators, but he tased one of the police officers. And he is now pleading not guilty.
He tased the one that's been in Congress. What's his
In
name?
the back of neck, Fanzone.
Something like that.
The cute one with all the tattoos and that guy. He tased him.
Right in the base of his spine, or right there at the base of his neck.
He said he tased him, but he's pleading not guilty. His story is, now he's trying to block his testimony too. Yet Dr. Oz is a real doctor. I don't know. This is what he said. This is a quote. I don't know if I tasered him to protect him. Now, mind you, that's a mission already. I don't know if I tasered him to protect him, but maybe just to so he wouldn't struggle and get hurt. Maybe if they were going to beat him up or injure him, or I don't know if they were going to, I don't know what was going to happen to him. That's the way it's written. It's got spaces and stuff.
That's how he said. That's what he said was he tasered them to take him down so they couldn't beat him up anymore.
So they wouldn't beat him
Okay,
up.
so
yeah. So Daniel Rodriguez is also pleading not guilty at the same time. So what's going to happen with him?
he should have not said anything. I don't know what his lawyer is going to think of that.
He didn't say anything at first, apparently, and then he broke down sobbing, and then it all came out. Because he was like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? And then he said, maybe I was trying to protect him so he didn't get beat up by all these. And I'm like, no, maybe you didn't beat him because you were being disgusting. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, he's filling in the event with a phantom member.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just happened to go to this insurrection with a taser,
Mm-hmm.
just in case I needed to take somebody out so he wouldn't get beat
Yeah.
up.
And filling in the story when it actually had activated with trying to protect yourself.
Yeah, that story has changed.
Did he bring his taser, or did he rip that off of Fanone and use his own taser?
He had his own taser.
Okay.
He got a new creative inspiration because he's afraid of the law that's coming for him. That story has changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the guy's name again? Rodriguez?
Yeah, Daniel Rodriguez.
So somebody's got a video where he's cheering on all the insurrectionists too. So yeah, he's going to jail.
He's one of the Proud Boys. Sin of pride. Sin of pride. This was the challenge. This is covering him, right? So his challenge was he's one of the Proud Boys or the Sin of Pride. So he's going to step on his words.
So what was the question about Daniel Rodriguez? I'm sorry.
What's going to happen? Because he's pleading not guilty, even though he just had this story about him actually tasing the man. So that means you're guilty, sir. I get the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess. There is more revelation. I don't really know what else is going to possibly come out, but something else is coming out here. There's a truth to a story, or a truth to a secret, a truth to something that's being buried too with the Seven of Pentacles. There is going to be a perspective change. He is going to have some sort of little change of heart. I think he just may plead guilty and eventually get this over with. Maybe try to lessen his sentence, which anyway, rant, and we ain't got that much time for all that. But Page of Swords, yes. Anyway, just because I can feel it coming up. So yes, he's going to jail. Period.
I got he's in trouble, big time. Like, don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap.
Or do. Right now. Okay. One more horrible person. Well, not one more, but at least one more. South Dakota AG Jason Ravensborg. They actually have moved with a Republican majority, mind you. They have moved forward with an impeachment trial, or a call for impeachment. He is the Attorney General of South Dakota who ran over a man who thought he was a deer, who ran over a man and nothing happened. No jail time, no fine, no slap on the wrist, no nothing.
Thought it was a deer, but they found the man's glasses
In his front seat. No, I think he did pay a fine. I think it was $500.
Hit and run.
He paid a $500 fine for hitting a person.
I think so. And mind you, I think the fine was for court fees of court costs. So he paid some money, I do believe. But he was basically going to get away with this. But the family, of course, was like, civil suit and blah, blah, blah. And then they was like, maybe we should call for impeachment, because that's what the next thing you could do is, since he's not going to jail, at least take his job. So that's what they're trying now.
So what's his name?
Jason Ravensborg ran over a person. The man's glasses were in your front seat. That's how hard you hit him with your car. And you said it was a deer.
Again, phantom memory.
Yeah, because Bambi wears glasses now.
Yep. And honestly, why would you them in your car? Maybe he didn't know they were there. They fell under the seat or something. Did he get out of the car and collect the glasses?
He claimed, I think the story was somebody went with him and found that it was actually a person or something like that. I forget exactly.
He went back the next day.
Yeah.
Found the glasses, I think, on the front seat and went back to look or something. Or to get his car or something, because his car was messed up and he borrowed somebody else's car or something like that.
Yeah, we're already seeing that the story has got some holes in it, right? He's talking before he should. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's lost his celebrity appeal now. Because that came out in reverse. It's like I get like full support charging in strength on that, and yeah, they'll impeach him. They're going to isolate him. He's a murderer.
Pretty much.
Hey, but you can go run for Congress or the Senate for the Republican Party, and they will gladly take you. Hell, you might even get an internship job with Matt Gaetz.
Yeah, I was going to say, go get an intern job with Matt Gaetz.
Yeah.
It's where all the murderers want to go.
That piece of crap.
I get that his ability to stay in his position is very unlikely. I got the Storks with change and improvement. Achievement with the anchor, very uncertain. Not looking good.
I got man, justice, Three of Swords.
Right.
There is some separation there from justice system, or the justice separates you from something, but you are separated.
Yeah. As a walkout, 8 of Wands and 8 of Cups back to back, and in the spread, it's just like the one thing that leads to another. I was going to say 8 counts. I also get 8 justice, so 8. Right in the immediate environment, 3 8s.
I just don't understand. Anyway, I think it's on my nerves. Okay, this week, thank you, Ona, again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
This week, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be on Red Lentil Healing, doing pretty much why do these people act the way they do? Political people that we know and love. Why do they act this way? And I think that was it for me. Jen, what else did you say you had going?
On the 20th, Jody Roberts will be back on my channel for Sacred Sounds of Coffee. I just wanted to let everybody know, too, because I was seeing some people reacting to Artie. Artie has always been blind in his left eye. He has scar tissue. He has since gone completely blind in his right eye. He's 18 and a half years old, so he can't crawl up on the arm of the chair anymore to sit by me. He can't see where he's going. So if you hear me stomping the floor, that's me getting his attention to come over by me. But he's an old guy, so he's still here. He's still happy, purring, eating good, doing well. He's just gone blind and he can't see to climb up on furniture anymore.
So
Yeah.
it's not really that he dumped me; he just can't see me.
He can't see you,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
he kept
Yeah.
coming over by me because he could hear us talking, so he kept coming
Yeah.
over, and I would stop my foot, like he was getting behind my chair and getting stuck and lost. He didn't know where he was, so I
Yeah.
turned my camera off to go get him.
Little
And
baby.
so that is to Autumn's book again too. If you would like to purchase that, it came out all of yesterday. So y'all make sure you go support. And next week we will be on Jen's channel. And also, do you have any update on the Sedona tickets?
Sedona is sold out, but there is a waiting list. We usually have 1 or 2 people that end up like having to cancel. So get on the waiting list if you want to go, but it is sold out.
And if you want a reading with Jen Lynn Tarot, you go to jenlyntarot.com. And she also has gift cards there too if you want to purchase a reading for somebody else. So thank you again, Ona, for joining us. And thank you all for coming out and liking and sharing and subscribing and watching and whatever it is you do, super chatting and all that good stuff. We will see y'all next week.
Thanks, Ona.
Thanks, Ona.
Bye.